Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is the Papa Joe Show, where Papa Joe knows. I am your host, Papa Joe, and I do appreciate you guys and gals being here today. It is a great day today. For most part, anyhow, we're going to be taking a look at some stuff that's taking place around the world, and kind of wanted to bring up a World War III topic. It's not going to be great fun, whatever you want to call it, but then towards the end, we're also going to take a look at some crypto stuff. So stick around. I am curious to see where that's going to be going with that. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, do me a favor and give us a subscribe, and then like the videos as you watch them, if of course you do like it. What that does is it allows the algorithms to know that the content here is worth somebody else paying attention to. So I do appreciate those of you who are subbed, and if you're new, give us a subscribe. Also, check out all the links in the description of the video. I have a business where I do consultations. I have a Patreon, all that fun stuff like that. So go in there, check those out. I would love it if y'all would go in there and have a good old time, check all that fun stuff out. So anyhow, thanks for being here. It does mean a lot to me. So we're going to have an interesting conversation, like I said, around World War III. So let's jump into it, because I got to duck out a little earlier than normal today. So anyhow, those of you maybe or may not have seen, Doomsday Clock moves closer to midnight amid Ukraine war. Right. Those of you who are part of the Patreon know where I stand on what's going on in Ukraine and with Russia and all that fun stuff. If you're not part of it, go check it out. Those of you who watched it, you know what I'm talking about. Anyhow, a group of scientists and security experts have moved their Doomsday Clock to 90 seconds to midnight. Their most pessimistic prognosis yet. They published their statements in Russia and in Ukraine for the first time. Yeah, the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists on Tuesday set its symbolic doomsday clock closer to midnight than ever before, noting threats of nuclear war. Yeah, disease and then climate volatility, of course, has got to bring that climate in there. Yeah, y'all know where I stand on that too. Climate change is nothing more than them trying to control the masses, and it's working because people are brainwashed. It's just so stupid. I drive a diesel truck, and I love it. It's absolutely great. Just put it out there. You can't really beat the power and the torque that you get out of a diesel engine. You just can't. Anyways, the time of the clock was moved to 90 seconds to midnight for 2023. So we're getting closer to, I guess, Armageddon or whatever they're talking about. Midnight is supposed to symbolize the end of humanity. It's more fear, uncertainty, and doubt in general. Now, the change in the clock comes after it says 3, we'll call it hunger disease, um, assisted years. Okay. At a previous record for 100 seconds to midnight. Yeah, buddy. Nah. But now they're actually worried about nuclear war. Nuclear war. Interesting stuff. Oh, fun stuff. So this happens amid this going on this morning. There's a scoop. 3 hours ago, the U.S. asked Israel for its Hawk missiles to be sent to Ukraine. Now, this article discusses, well, actually not. I'll just go ahead and kind of read it a little bit, because they don't really use that missile system anymore. That's kind of their backup missile system. Anyway, the flashbang administration asked Israel for the old Hawk anti-aircraft missiles it has in storage in order to transfer them to Ukraine. Yeah, buddy. 3 Israeli and U.S. officials told Axios why it matters. Israel has so far rejected most U.S. and Ukrainian requests to provide advanced and defensive weaponry to Ukraine over concerns that such a move would create tensions with Russia. Yep, and harm Israeli security and interest in Syria, which it really, really would. Oh, the joy. Ukraine has reportedly asked Western countries for such weapons. Yep, it did. To help defend itself against Russian strikes. Yep. Again, y'all know where I stand on this stuff. Y'all understand that the Russian soldiers have rescued 30,000 children, put it that way, from captivity. Y'all know what I mean. I really, really, you guys and gals need to do your research on what's happening over there. Ukraine has so many ties to people like the Clintons, people like the Bidens, people like, oh, I don't know, the Bushes. Shall I continue? You know what I'm getting at. You know what I'm getting at. There's a lot of stuff going on over there. They didn't anticipate finding, but they have now. So, anyhow, those Hawk missile systems are outdated because they have their own Iron Dome now, and they have the Patriot batteries that are U.S. systems. So on top of this happening, the U.S. is now asking Israel for that. And Israel's, I don't know what Israel's going to do, but the request is there, which is more countries involved now. You'll see where this is going. And then there's the Germany, who decided it was going to send tanks to Ukraine, and a major sign of support for Kiev. Y'all gotta understand that they're actually going to be putting these in on the ground there. Well, guess what else is going to happen? Guess what else happened just about a few minutes ago? The U.S. is to send 31 M1A2 Abrams or Abrams tanks. I guess there's multiple ones. 70-ton M1 Abram tanks. Yeah, buddy. So now the U.S. is providing more major equipment, we'll call it, not just firearms and ammo. They're providing major equipment to Ukraine to fight against the big bad wolf, Russia. Again, I'm going to say it. I've said it many, many times. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Okay. If the real enemy is what's going on, you know, in the Patreon, I showed you guys maps. I showed you where the strikes were taking place. I showed you maps of where the biolabs were that were funded by the U.S. that were black sites. I've shown you all that stuff. Go check all that out. It's all on the Patreon. It is definitely worth a look at. I've also gone through. This is why I have the Patreon. I show y'all stuff on there. Out here, I can only talk about this. Over there, I show you. It's crazy stuff. Yeah, Germany is has confirmed it will send a long-demanded contingent of Leopard 2 tanks. That is these guys right here. Yeah, Leopard 2s. It's very similar. That's what, yeah, there's the Leopards, the Panzers, all that. Anyway, in a major sign of support for Kiev or Ukraine. That will be matched by the United States. The announcement by whatever his name is on Wednesday was coupled with an announcement from Flashbang, the good old resident, anyways, that he will be sending 31 M1 Abrams tanks to Ukraine, reversing the administration's longstanding resistance to request from Kiev or Ukraine to highly sophisticated but maintenance heavy vehicles. Yeah. The dual announcements mark a landmark movement that followed weeks of intense pressure on Berlin and from one of its NATO allies. So more and more countries are getting involved here. They're providing heavy weaponry to Ukraine, who is fighting against Russia. Russia went in initially to take care of those black sites, and y'all know what I'm talking about. If you want to know more about it, again, go check out my Patreon. I'm about to go stand up a free trial in there, I think, for folks. If you don't like it, you don't got to pay anything, kind of thing. I don't know what that's going to look like right now, but it's now an option that I get to put out there for people. If you like it, you can stick around. Otherwise, thanks for checking it out, kind of thing. I really just want the platform for people to be able to have the information. Take gloves off, not worry about it getting taken down, things like that. So anyhow, what's going to happen when we hit if there's a ganging up, so to speak, against Putin, things are going to get rough. He understands what happens if a nuke flies. So does the rest of the world. And we're going to have to deal with what that's going to look like. And it's going to really, really be hard. a lot of people. It's just going to be a lot really difficult. I don't think we'll get to that point. I think he will do whatever's needed to take care of the things. It's on his border. This is the way it is. He's protecting his people. I'm not necessarily saying he's a great guy because there's a lot of things that it's just not good. But if there's a poison in society and it's literally destroying society, and he has the ability to remove it, I mean, you guys get what I'm trying to say. I'm being very cryptic on purpose. I can be very, very blunt on my Patreon. And I have been. You'll know where those of you part of that, you'll know where I stand. Please check it out. It's very, very minimal. The reason it's there is so that I can talk about this very openly, and I do. So anyhow, I'll be praying because at the end of the day, this is not going to be good if this happens either way. The fact that now the U.S. is, I mean, they were already sending money over there. They were already sending ammunition and firearms and stuff over there. They haven't put boots on the ground that we're aware of, but you provide weaponry like that, that's a little bit different. It's actually extremely different. The fact that they're asking you, Israel, to provide things back or give back something that they've given to Israel, it's just, Germany, the different allies that are involved here. I mean, guys, this isn't looking good. Just gonna be very honest. Okay, we saw the stuff take place where BRICS, they all signed whatever it was to an agreement to trade uh, oil and commodities, I guess would be a better way to put it, using a gold-backed crypto that they're in the process of building. That was prophesied by Kim Clement. Okay, there's a lot of stuff taking place when it comes to that. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but it isn't great for everybody kind of thing. Just be on the lookout, guys. At the end of it all, we will be okay because at the end of it all, God is in control. Okay, and that's kind of where I'm taking my stance on it. So I'm going to flip the script for a second here, and I'm going to throw this out there. All of this stuff taking place with FTX and the different things with crypto. Well, guess what? Y'all know who Bitcoin Jesus is? Yeah, that's Roger Ver, this dude. Yep. Apparently, he owes $20.9 million to Genesis over trades that didn't get settled at the end of the year. Look, when you play with fire, you can get burned sometimes. This is why I don't touch stuff like this. This is why I tell y'all keep your stuff off of exchanges. If you're going to use it, be ready for crap like this to happen. Yeah. Genesis seeks $29 million from Bitcoin Jesus over crypto options trades that weren't settled. The court action seeks damages from Bitcoin Cash backer Roger Ver related to the allegations or alleged failure to settle cryptocurrency options transactions that expired on December 30th, 2022. More FUD, more slamming of people and different people or organizations who have come out in support of the various different cryptos. Now, whatever he's done in his personal life, that's his business. I don't see why they got to make it public, but here you go. In a unit of Genesis Global, the crypto lender that filed for bankruptcy protection in New York last week, claims blockchain industry veteran and Bitcoin Cash backer Roger Ver, sometimes referred to as Bitcoin Jesus, based on his earlier evangelism for the industry, failed to settle cryptocurrency options trades. The allegation against Ver by GGC International Limited, I guess, is contained or was contained in a January 23rd filing in New York State Supreme Court in Manhattan. According to Genesis website, and I guess whatever GGC International is a British Virgin Islands company wholly owned by Genesis that carries out spot trading activity and hedges exposure and derivatives on digital assets. Genesis, in turn, is the unit of Genesis Global, one of the entities included in last week's bankruptcy filing, according to document presented in the case. Yep. So apparently he hasn't paid back what he owes. And it's getting public. CoinDesk is picking this up, and they're trying to take down the people who helped make crypto what it is. This is one of the reasons why I kept my mouth shut for so long. I didn't want to have this type of heat at some point. Now I'm getting tired of people coming out, saying the things they're saying, bashing the industry the way they are, and not actually connecting the dots and realizing that this is beneficial for everyone and humanity, and it's not just something that we can all sit here and do this. This is a personal thing that he probably did, and it's now become public. This is ludicrous and stupid. Everywhere we turn, something negative seems to be going on. It's what it feels like. Everywhere we turn, all the simple things in life seem to be slammed. It's irritating and it's frustrating, it just is. But at the end of the day, guys and gals, again, God's in control. Crypto is going crazy, which is great, but it's funny how it's correlated with stocks. When this stuff breaks, whenever all breaks, it's going to explode. Divi is up slightly. Matic is trying to get itself up. Axie is having a little bit of a breather. Technically, all it is. I mean, it's just a little bit of a breather. We'll see what happens. So, crazy times, guys and gals. Crazy, crazy times. Don't worry about it, though. You'll be prepared. Everyone in here is. Y'all are all ready for it. You're financially ready for it. Maybe you got food and ammo and all that fun stuff and be ready to go. And the pew-pews to sling those metals and all that fun stuff. But you can only be prepared for so much. Just get your hearts right. Because when the information comes out, especially about the kids, the kiddos, when that stuff really starts coming out, you need to have your hearts right. You need to be prepared. Told y'all for years that I've seen that stuff and it hurts your soul. Okay? It hurts your soul. I don't know what they're going to show, but they will. The world's got to know. It's not going to be pretty. And I think that this whole World War III scare of all this crap is just them trying to control the narrative, get people's minds off of all that stuff, off of all the things that happened on all the flights that took place to a specific island in the Caribbean, that kind of stuff. You know what I'm talking about. Try to get your mind off of all those things and focused on freaking out about a World War III. There's so many nations involved already. It's kind of hard to not call it what it is, that we are involved at the onslaught or the beginning of a third world war. So, if that is in fact the case, if these globalists are allowed to continue to pursue and push this, we need to stand up and say enough. There's about 3,000 of them. It won't even fill up a football field. That's it. There's how many billions of us? Guys, gals, God will have his vengeance, I'll put it that way. It's coming. All right, I'm going to run through and say, hey, everyone, I got like 3 minutes before I have to jump over to another call. So anyways, good morning, Bitcoin Bull. What's going on? No, I am not heading downtown, and I do not anticipate heading downtown. I don't want to deal with stupidity. What's going on, Tom? How are you doing, brother? I appreciate you being here today, man. Trinity SS, what's up, brother? Yep, they will be met with fun stuff for sure, man. Good morning, Kim. How you doing? Thanks for being here today. As always, I really appreciate it. Dr. J, welcome to the show. Appreciate you jumping in and chiming in on the chat. Don't stop. It's a lot of fun. We always have a good time here. Oh, let's see. Chris, what's going on, man? I haven't seen you in a little bit. Hopefully you are doing well. Thanks for being part of the show. Appreciate you chiming in. Thank you very, very much. Let's see here. Trinity, last day of the cleanse, ready for a lunch on the hoof. Yeah, buddy. I'll let you know. I got a lot of stuff going on. Appreciate the call out there. Let's see here. Let's see. Thanks, Bitcoin Bull. I do appreciate it. I love the truck too. It's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. It is a great truck. Thank you. Yeah, I know. Rub it in. Rub it in, Tom. Rub it in. I don't even know what mine's clocked at, but I'm about to adjust it. What's going on, Gloria? How are you doing? Thanks for being here today. It is a fantastic day. Thanks for being here. Da, da, da. Tom, when Divi goes up to 6 cents, I'm going to get it up to 525 horsepower. Yeah, buddy. Go and delete it and have fun with it. Let's see here. What's going on? Good morning. Thanks for being part of the show. Who else we got in here today? Yes, Kim, thank you for the reminder. Do not forget to click the likes. If you like it, YouTube lets other people see it. I do appreciate those of you who do. Let's see. Just reading through the comments, y'all. Lithia, better late than never. Appreciate you being here. It's fantastic. Cool. All right, y'all. Well, I got a meeting literally right now. So y'all have a beautiful, blessed day. I'll see you on Friday. Take it easy. Bye-bye.